Did you poop today? Did you poop today? Did you have a nice poop? Did it make you happy if you did? I pooped today. I don't know if I was happy. It was relieving, but I don't know if I was happy about it. I walked into a room today with two pretty little ladies, probably in their mid-80s, and both of them just met me today. They just met me today, and they were happy to tell me, as soon as they met me, happy to tell me that they both pooped today. They both told me, guess what? I walked into the room, didn't even get to introduce myself. Guess what? I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm out from therapy. Guess what? You're like, what? What's happening? Everything okay? We pooped today. And they both start cracking up laughing. I guess they had been having some trouble moving their bowels, but today was a winner. Today they was able to execute. And they both pooped today. I swear, man, can you imagine getting to a point where you okay with just telling complete strangers that you pooped today? Where you're happy that you were able to poop? You're gonna get to that point. You keep living. Pooping is gonna be the highlight of your day. They were so happy. Oh man, they were so happy. And I was happy for them. I said, oh, that's good. I'm glad. I'm happy for you. Oh, man. What's going on, y'all? I hope y'all are good today. It is a dreary, rainy, cold day. And I'm on my way back to the crib. Another day, another facility with the legends of America, the Hall of Famers, the awesome generation, the greatest generation, and Generation X. Hung out with them today, y'all. And today's topic, upon leaving that facility and talking to those legends, today's topic is stop trying to beat this man. Okay? Leave this man alone. Stop trying to beat him. He can't be beat. There is no one in the history of mankind who was ever able to defeat this human beings. Charles Barkley tells y'all all the time. You know Charles Barkley, the round mound of rebound, one of the best sports analysts, basketball analysts that ever was. Charles Barkley tells y'all all the time to leave this man alone. You can't beat him. You can never beat him. I cannot beat him. Nobody can beat him, so stop trying. You know who that man is? That man's name, his first name is Father, and his last name is Time. Father Time, stop trying to beat this man. I come at you today with two lessons, okay? Love meeting people for the first time. Love hearing their stories, hearing their tales, seeing how they work and how they move and shape. But I have to lecture so many people about that man named Father Time. You know who Father Time is, right? It's basically time, and time catches up to everybody. You cannot beat him. Ask Mike Tyson. You can't beat Father Time. Stop trying to. Please tell your people stop trying to. He will never be beat. What you have to do is you have to flow with him. Okay? He's a part of your life. He's a part of everybody's life. You have to work with him. Work with Father Time. All right? You can't get rid of him, you can't shake him, you can't dodge him, you can't beat him, but you can flow with him. You can work with him. What does Bruce Lee say? Be water. Be water. Water can flow or it can crash, but you have to flow with it. You have to flow with Father Time. I got people up in their 80s and 90s who be trying to do things that they shouldn't do in their 80s and 90s. Let's start with a nice lady I met in her mid-80s. And as soon as I met her, she wanted me to show her. I was confused. Show me, how do you get up from the floor? I was like, what? I don't see many patients who do this. Yes, we do floor recovery transfers with people to help them practice in case they fall. The best way to get up from the floor, in case you have a fall. Let's say you're at home, you have a fall, boom. The first thing you want to do is you want to get to all fours, preferably, if you can. If you know nothing's broken if you fall. Get to all fours. So you want to be on all fours, and your hands and your knees, hands and your knees, hands and your knees. You want to be on all fours, okay? And you want to hopefully be near something, a couch, a chair, a table, a countertop, something you can grab onto. And once you're on all fours, you grab onto that thing, and then you bring one knee up to the foot. So bring that foot up so that foot is on the floor, and then you hold on to that thing, and then you bring the other one and you stand up if you got enough strength. A lot of people don't have enough strength to do that floor recovery. So I got down on the floor because she was in a wheelchair. I got down on the floor and I demonstrated, okay? Demonstrated the floor recovery. But I had no idea, this is not what she meant. She asked me how to get up from the floor, but she didn't explain what this was about. I'm thinking that she wants to know, in case she falls, how to get up from the floor. And I got that training all day. I'm gonna show you the safe way if you fall to get up from the floor, okay? I'm sorry, my little tea, it's cold out here. But she was saying how to get up from the floor after she's finished cleaning the bottom of the cabinets. What? I'm like, hold up, excuse me, explain what you're doing. Explain to me what you're doing. She said that she likes things cleaned a certain way at 82. And she likes to get down on the floor and clean the bottom of the cabinets her way. She even has a cleaning lady. But the cleaning lady don't clean the bottom of the cabinets like she wants to. So she likes to get down and do a little fine cleaning. I don't know if she got a toothbrush or something. She gets down and cleans the bottom of the cabinets. And you know what I said? Her roommate is next to us listening to our conversation. You know what I said? This is what I tell people when they're doing something they shouldn't do. You know how I put it to them? I put it to them like this. Just met this lady, and I told her, I would say, ma'am, what I'm about to tell you is what I would tell you if you were my mother or if you were my grandmother. Because she wanted to learn how to get up a special way off the floor other than the way I normally would show her. She said, no, what if I'm laying on the side? Because I always lay down on my side, on my hip, and sometimes my hip hurts, and then I clean the cabinets. That's how I like to clean the cabinets while I'm on my side. So I need to know how to get from my side and roll over and get up. So I just stopped. Stop. Stop, ma'am. Stop. Please stop. Just stop. Listen to me. If you were my mother or if you were my grandmother, do you know what I would say to you? And you know what she said? She knew exactly what I was going to say. She knew exactly what I was getting ready to tell her. She said, well, would you tell me not to get down there? I said, you knew that. I said, you knew the answer to that before you even asked me how to do it. She said, I know. My kids tell me all the time. I'm like, you listen to your kids. Listen to your kids. Stop getting down on the floor to clean stuff up. Clean the bottom of cabinets. Who cleans the bottom of cabinets? Do you clean the bottom of your cabinets? I don't think I've ever cleaned the bottom of my cabinets. My wife might have, but I have not. Hey, cabinets, the cleaning products go in there, but I don't clean the bottom of them. But she must be a neat freak and very thorough with her cleaning, and good for her. Good for her. However, this is an example of Father Time. Stop trying to fight that man. She is fighting Father Time. She knows better than that because she told me sometimes she does it and her hip hurts. So I told her, okay, well, stop doing it. Tell your cleaning lady. She has a cleaning lady. There's a cleaning lady that comes and cleans. I said, if you like it done a certain way, tell her, direct her to do it the way you want. I know, but I like it a certain way. So that's an example of Father Time. Somebody trying to fight Father Time. You can't fight Father Time. That man is undefeated. Leave him alone. Stop knocking at his door. Stop wrestling. You got to flow with him. So the best thing to do, you know what I told her? And I looked in her room and she had both of these things. She had a reacher. I don't know if you know what a reacher is. This thing that we use like a little grabber. It's extended, it has a handle, and you can use it to pick up trash and put it in a trash can. She had one of them on her bed, and on the back of her, on her nightstand, she had a box of Clorox wipes. So you know what I told her? I said, if you want the bottom of your cabinets clean a certain way, you take your reacher, you take one of them Clorox wipes, you put it in the reacher, and then you bam, clean it up. You feel what I'm saying? It might not be perfect the way you want it, but you'll get them clean enough to where they're okay. Leave Father Time alone, y'all. Tell your people to leave Father Time alone. Stop fighting them and flow with them. I always give people my example, okay? I'm 44 years old. I have accepted that I can't beat Father Time. And I told her this. I said, I'm 44 years old, ma'am. There are things that I can't do at 44 that I used to do at, say, 24, 20 years ago. Okay? I'm an avid, I love sports. I used to jog a mile and a half every 5 days. I don't do that anymore. I used to play full court basketball with a lot of my friends. I don't do that anymore. I might play half court, but full court, nope, 44, I'm not doing it. And I have friends that still do it. I got a friend who's in his 50s who still does it, but he's not me. He did not feel what I felt the last time I played full court basketball. I felt like my Achilles tendons were about to just pop. And something said, you know what? It's not worth it. I'm not getting paid an NBA salary. Do I like playing ball? Yes, of course, but I'm not making an NBA salary. There's no point of me risking my poor Achilles to run up and down this court and jump. You mean I gotta run and jump? A lot. No, thank you. So I've had to adjust. Now I play half court basketball. I don't jog as much anymore. I ride my bike, low impact. I love swimming. So I've had to adjust to Father Time. And so do you older people. The greatest generation. Y'all got to adjust to Father Time. That was one example. I had another guy who was mad. Met him today for the first time. He owned a 5-acre, was it not a farm, but he owned a house on 5 acres in the boondocks of Maryland. And he is mad that he relocated to Delaware, slower, and he's in a smaller place and he had to downsize a little bit. He is mad that he had to do that, and he hates Delaware. He told me, I hate it here. I had a house with 5 acres in the boondocks of Maryland, and I had all these nice cars and other car guys, always you men with the cars. He said he had a Plymouth Roadster. I don't know fancy cars. I don't pick cars no mind. A Shelby, some kind of Shelby he had, and a Plymouth something, and his son had one that he kept there. And he's mad he had to give it all up and downsize. And he's not even really worried about much more than that stuff he had. So he's not even really focused on his recovery from while he's in a nursing home. He's just really, really mad and upset that he had to give all this stuff up. Former police officer. Police officers are interesting to work with. I work with a few of them. They're interesting. I'll just say that. But there's another example of someone trying to fight Father Time. You can't fight Father Time, y'all. Please leave him alone. He is undefeated. You will never, ever defeat him. I got a beauty tip for you ladies. This is a short video, but I got a beauty tip for you ladies. I'd met a 94-year-old woman today with beautiful skin. Beautiful skin. You know what she says she's been using ever since grade school? 94 years old. Ever since grade school, she's been using Pond's. You know what Pond's is? Pond's is like a sensitive skin cream. I told her I was going to tell people about it. She said she was using it when it cost 12 cents a jar. Probably costs like $14.99 right now. But she said I was using it back when it cost 12 cents. So, beauty tip for the day for you ladies. But that's all, y'all. I just wanted to give y'all a couple examples of people trying to fight Father Time. I remember I had a 90-year-old who was climbing the ladder to clean his gutters, fell off the ladder, broke almost every bone in his. You don't want to be climbing ladders at 90 years old. The fall is detrimental. It's not like a 20-year-old fall off a ladder. A 90-year-old fall off a ladder is totally different. Father Time adds something to that fall. Do you hear what I said? When you're 90 years old, Father Time adds a little spice, adds a little sauce on that fall. So be safe, be careful. Encourage your loved ones to be safe, be careful, and remind them about Father Time. You can't beat him. He's undefeated. Shout out to Charles Barkley for making that very, very famous quote. Father Time is undefeated. All right. But anyway, I'm going to head to another spot. I might have another lesson when I come out of that spot. So y'all stay tuned and be cool. Respect your elders and be nice to each other and do your good deeds. Okay? All right, I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next video. Leave Father Time alone.